Hello guys and welcome to this new video. So in this video, as you've seen in title, I will go over my thoughts for 2026 crypto market price action. Dog. No, that's not good. What the fuck do I look like Hitler, man? Genuinely look like Hitler in this. What the fuck? No, wait. It's because like my hairline goes like down. No, wait. This still looks bad. My lighting in my room is kinda shit. My bad. My bad. The fuck, bro? I'm sorry. I apologize. I just have to rotate. It still looks fucking bad, though. What the fuck? Why is my hair brighter here and it looks like it goes down? It's declining. Dog. This won't be good. Luckily, I have my ring light. It will help with the lighting. It looks better than before. Just a little too bright. I'm so sorry, guys. Wait, I'm going to increase contrast. Maybe this will help. No. Brightness. Just a second. I'm sorry. I think this will do now. Sorry. My light is imbalanced in my room. Sorry. So let's get back to the point. So today I want to make some thoughts and predictions on the crypto market. I have this text like text notes like wait, just let me put on my display capture this, what do I have to set up here? Okay, okay, that's it. Just let me do this, put this in the front. Why didn't I do this already? Order, move to top. Now center this. Okay. So first of all, what the fuck? Never mind. Okay, so here's the notebook. So first I want to focus on long-term price action on Bitcoin. Now we've seen Bitcoin declining in late 2025. This was due to Trump's tariffs on the China that spiked fear in the markets. This is at least what I've read on the internet. And I remember price going down in an instant. I remember it was one Friday night, and after that price just like start declining all the way down till like 80k on Bitcoin. And like I think that it is like going to go up in 2026 because I've seen the charts where the Bitcoin had taken out the remaining liquidity from those lows after this flash market crash in late 2025. So this is why I think institutional buying was like stepped into the market after that happened. And we've also seen some rate cut decisions which would help increase the chances for crypto market to potentially incline. It did not do that in 2025, so I think the 2026 will be the year where the Federal Reserve will like continue cutting rates, because apparently, as I've read on the internet, they did not cut rates when there was like last FOMC meeting, but as Jay Powell said, the economy is still stable, and they are cautiously watching the markets and the economy. And he also mentioned that there is an expectancy for the next rate cut decision in like early 2026, in like next FOMC meeting. That's why I think the Bitcoin has the potential to go up and even hit like maybe new all-time highs around the middle of the year, so somewhere like early summer. And now for the short-term price action, I want to bring up the charts and just kind of go over that, because this is what I was looking on the Bitcoin, and I'm also on this trade on the Bitcoin, and I monitor the price every day. So here we have some consolidation, or as I say, market rotation price, and I have been looking at this consolidation lately that has been going on for almost 2 months now, and this is where I've taken most of the trades lately. And for the short time price action, I think the price may come down a little bit. Wait, let me just switch time frame 1 hour. I think price may have the potential to retrace to the point of control, or the point where the most of the volume was traded, because market logically wants to find the balance. All right, so market spends 70% of the time in a balance, which in short term or in simple terms means consolidation, and 30% of the time market is trading in the imbalanced way, which means it's simply trending up or down. This is why I think the market may retrace down a bit. Sorry, I was and then we could potentially see the market going up again, because yesterday and the day before yesterday, I've seen the market rally up quite decently. I don't know why it was that. I mean, it was New Year, so now let's go over some indicators that I found on the internet, and will also include liquidity, because it's basically all the same. So I've taken a look at this liquidity chart on the BTC USDT, and I still see some liquidity resting here at 86k, but I've seen on the liquidation heat map, if you just go to like a bigger time frame, maybe 1 year, I mean, I haven't taken a look at it never mind. So most of the liquidity is on the upside, and you see the liquidity on the upside, like there is a bigger amount of it than on the downside. Like you can see, it's darker here, and there are lighter like those lines, rows, whatever you want to call this. And price likes to draw to these points because this is how market moves. I mean, it's common sense, right? Market needs liquidity to run. And this is also something I wanted to cover as we're talking about liquidity, is the ICT concepts, where they are telling you, like those trading gurus, that liquidity rests above all highs and below all lows. Sorry. which is kind of true, but you need to take a deeper look. You need a solid confirmation on this fact. Like, I can't just assume there's a liquidity line above alt low if you can't see the liquidity. See, because market by itself is enough complex. So why would you go 50-50 on this? I mean, ICT concepts may be a repeating pattern of like historical price action, but still, if you have a chance to see where the liquidity is lying, like why wouldn't you take a look where it actually is? And the fact that it's free and people still don't use like the tools, at least for like crypto markets, I know you have to pay for index futures and stocks and stuff like this, but even that it's like $10 a month, so it's really not that expensive. I mean, I don't trade futures, so I don't need it. But yeah, liquidity is something we have to take into consideration for this year's crypto market, because crypto market runs on the global liquidity, and that means if there is more money in circulation, which is done by rising the by cutting the rates, sorry, yeah, well, that means there is like a stimulation in economy, and also, I mean, economy and like the labor market is already by itself a big factor in like any market, but for the crypto market, we need to focus solely on like global liquidity, which means like rate cuts and hikes and stuff like this. And I think 2026 will be like the year where they will want to cut rates and like stimulate the economy, because if you cut rates, if you cut the rates, the borrowing and transacting between central banks like becomes easier. And I mean, don't call me professional on this one, because I'm still doing my research, but as I've figured this out so far, if the ease between banks of like borrowing money becomes more like it becomes easier to borrow money, then the economy, of course, like stimulates like everything. How they pronounce this? I'm probably going to get so many things wrong here, and don't get me wrong, I'm like still learning here. But in short, rate cuts are potentially good for economy. In short and in longer terms, depends on what you're looking at. Now, I'm not going to take too much time on this um, on this part about liquidity, because I still do not fully understand it. I could not tell you from the fundamental side everything, and please do not rely on my information. Of course, do your own research, but I think rate cuts this year are going to be the main factor that are going to drive crypto market, and this is what I want to focus on in this year. And I read some articles on this, and like the early 2026 rate cut should also like increase the prices a lot, at least for the crypto market. And this is also where I kind of wanted to mention the institutional buying. I mean, there's really not a lot to say about it. It's just that institutions lately started using crypto or buying crypto a lot, Because my guessing is that if institutions started transacting with the cryptocurrencies, it's probably like easier for them, and there is like less cost for transactions, because of course crypto isn't like taxed by itself. It's not taxed directly. And here are the three coins that I'm looking at, like crypto. It's BTC, Ethereum, and Ripple, or XRP. Now I've seen some people mentioning the Solana coin, but Solana is like the different blockchain. It's like Solana is a different blockchain apart from uh Bitcoin's uh, blockchain, because Solana is like Solana's purpose was made more for like those meme coins and stuff like this on the Phantom and Pump Fun, and it's not really some institutional asset as I've seen so far, and I have never heard anyone on the public news saying that there is X institutions buying X Solana. It's always been Bitcoin, Ethereum, and lately there is XRP circling around those institutions. So I think XRP is also about to become institutional, and there is also a lot of XRP adopting, which I think it will drive the price. I don't know if I read this correctly, but XRP's adoption will increase the XRP's price in the long run. And this is also what I wanted to focus on, because me myself, I invested in XRP not long time ago, I think 2 months ago. And I made two investments. One was at all-time highs, where I kind of fucked up, but let's ignore that. Then later I also invested when price was at 1.9 US dollars. And I think XRP has the potential to reach maybe like 10, between 10 or 20 dollars per XRP. This would be good if you invested like even like 1,000 euros in it. You would already have a good solid amount of money on this investment. So we've covered federal rate cuts. So I want to also mention here the all-time highs for the crypto market. For the BTC, all-time highs were on 126k, and I think this year we could incline the price to like 150k with more ease, because it has already seen a enough big amount. I mean, it has already reached a very high level. Like it fuck, what the fuck am I saying, bro? Yeah, as I said, I'm not really a fluent speaker in this, but I think, yeah, the Bitcoin has like a potential to reach 150k this year, if not in the midsummer, maybe in late 2026. But I think it has like enough like liquidity. It has probably like enough liquidity to just be like able to get this far. And looking at the institutional buying, and all the rate cuts and economy data, I think the Bitcoin has like a really good potential to reach this price level, which is kind of irrelevant for me because I do not invest in Bitcoin. I only trade it daily, so I really do not care where the price goes, but I care about it because Bitcoin is a majority of time an indicator for other altcoins like XRP. You can kind of get the sense of where the whole crypto market in general will go to after looking at the Bitcoin price. I mean, it is very correlated. It is very correlated to the Bitcoin. I mean, XRP has been trading on its own for some time. It has been consolidating, and then it went up from like 0 to 1, and then from 1 to 2, and from $2 to $3 per XRP. But right now it has really like compiled with the Bitcoin's price. It is getting correlated a lot to Bitcoin. But like it wasn't always like this. If you look at like previous years, 2024, maybe early 2025, you will get a sense of what I'm saying. And I think we've covered everything for this video, so there's really not much I have to say for this video. I have this trade running, as I said earlier, on the Bitcoin, and I'm probably going to take another trade on this. If price reaches this point of control, I'm going to wait for a price rotation or consolidation, or whatever you want to call it, and my profit target is at $103,000. What is wrong with me, bro? I can't even speak normally. Yeah, so my profit target is at 103k, which is like a bit far. Yeah, I think it will take some time to reach this level. I don't know why I have set this target so far. It's more like positional trading. This is why I'm going to take action if the Bitcoin price reaches this POC. I've also traded XRP for some time, but I mean, I don't know, Bitcoin is really the main factor here, and it is, as I said in the previous video I made yesterday, Bitcoin has cycles that are like predictable, because based on these cycles you can like kind of predict where the price is at, and you can kind of get the sense of where price is willing to push in the next phase, because as I've been talking about the volume profile, price spends 70% of the time in the rotation and 30% of the time it spends in the trending market, so in the imbalanced market, and you can kind of like get a sense of like when there's like a price rotation, because you can clearly see when price is rotating around the high volume nodes, and after that you can kind of like follow the trend or something, or look at the liquidity on platforms like Bookmap and stuff like this, and from there you can get a sense of where price is going to find the imbalance. So if this is either on the upside or the downside, where market will start trending next. So this is really it for this video. I have nothing more to say here. Please I hope you skip the first 2 minutes of this video, and I hope you never watch it again. And this will be it for this video, I guess. I have really nothing more to say here. I would though, but I do not have like, I'm just not a fluent speaker, and I do not have enough ideas to like speak just about anything like some people do. I've been talking about this in some previous videos, I don't know. I will make another video. I don't know yet about what, but it will be there, I guess, at some point. So see you in the next video then, I guess.